Hello and welcome to another tutorial by Happy Cloud Solutions. Today we'll be looking at how to host an Astro 3.0 website for free on Netlify. So firstly, the thing that you're supposed to have is for this tutorial is a GitHub repository that contains all the Astro files that you want to publish. So right here, as you can see, I have created or I have forked a repository from OnWidget Astro Wind. Okay, so after forking this repository, I customized the website, so it's not exactly what you get from OnWidget Astro Wind. And I earlier did a video on how to customize an Astro Wind or Astro 3.0 website. Okay, and in that video, I talked about how to change footer, how to add background image, how to add a button, adjusting navigation bars, adjusting image sizes, changing social media icons, adding your company logo on the footer, and customizing the website title and description. So if you are interested in knowing that too, you can, you know, go to the video. I'll put the link also in the comment section of this video. All right. So let's say now you have this repo. You can fork this one if you want. And what next do you need to have? You also need to have a Netlify account, all right? And it's easy to have. So we're going to do it together. So you just click on sign up. On clicking sign up, you will be led to this page where you decide if you want to sign up with GitHub, GitLab, or Bitbucket. Or you can also sign up with your email address. So I'm going to choose the first one, which is GitHub. On clicking it, because I'm already signed up to GitHub on this page, it's just going to ask for authorization. Okay. And then it's just going to set it up in the background and we wait. So it's going to ask you some sign up questions. How are you planning to use Netlify? I'll just say personal because I know that most people in this video might be using it for personal purposes. What kind of site do you want to build? I would just say Web 3.0. I mean, I would say other, and I'll just say happy cloud for this. This is just showing you how to set it up. You can, you know, select any option as it, aligns to your needs. So continue to deploy your first project. So I can click deploy with GitHub. It's gonna ask you if you want to choose all the repositories, and you can also like select specific repositories. So I'm gonna show you how. So first, authorize Netlify. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about. It'll ask you all repositories or only select repositories. So I'm going to say only select repositories, and then I'll choose the repository that we're going to be working with today, which is the Astro website. So selected that and then install. All right. So because of the latest mandatory 2FA by GitHub, I have to put in my authentication code. So let me grab that. Okay. Hello, viewers. My name is Kachi. This is a short break just to urge and ask you to like this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel. This channel is used to bring educative videos that are relevant in the information technology world. We bring videos on web development, cloud computing, DevOps, and even artificial intelligence, AI. But the videos are not just limited to that. We also provide videos as they are relevant to the community. We ask that you support us through your likes and subscription. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you as part of our subscribers. Now, let's get back to business. So, just before we continue, I want to give you all an idea of the website that we're actually deploying to Netlify. So, let's look at it. This is the files, right? So, I'm going to open this on my local system, and I'm going to use GitHub Desktop. So what you just have to do is click open with GitHub Desktop, and when you click that, it asks you to open GitHub Desktop. And to do this, you have to have GitHub Desktop downloaded on your system. All right, it's an exe file that you install on your system, download it, and you have it on your system. Okay, so then you click open with Visual Studio Code. If you do not have Visual Studio Code, it's also something that needs to be downloaded. Okay, and so opening Visual Studio Code, you can see all the files for the website that we're currently working with. So now let's have an overview of this website. So npm. Okay, first thing first, when you clone any website from GitHub, is to run npm install. This is to ensure that all the modules and dependencies needed for the website to run is installed locally on your system. So now I'm running npm install. As you can see, it's taking its time to build, you know, the working tree, build all the modules and dependencies that are required for this job. So we wait for the build process or the installation process to be complete. All right. So now the next thing I'm going to do is to run npm run dev. So this is going to start the website for me on my local host. So it's basically loading all the files. So that's why it's taking its time. When it's done, it's going to show a localhost URL here where you just click on, and then it will take you to the website on your local system. All right, so let's wait for that to populate. It's taking its time. We'll just wait. All right. So I'm just going to click on this and follow the link. All right, this is it. It's loading. This is the website, all right, that we would be deploying to Netlify. So scroll, scroll, scroll. We had customized this a bit in the previous video. So this is basically how the website looks like. All right, so now that we know how the website looks like, we will go back to Visual Studio Code. And I'm just going to stop this for now. And I'm going to run npm install Netlify. And I'm going to let that build. All right, waiting for the installation process. So just for the people who are hearing Netlify for the first time, Netlify is basically a web hosting platform, and what they've been able to do is to have a package where users, developers can host their websites for free on Netlify. So you know how people pay Hostinga, GoDaddy, different web hosting platforms to be able to host their website. Well, with Netlify, there's a free package that you can use. I mean, like, you could ask them why use other platforms. Well, in the free package, you might not have the amount of speed that you have with the paid versions, of the hosting. So this is basically used for things like testing, staging environments, initial stages before you move your website to production. Okay. So now that we have done this, the next thing that I'm going to do is, because there have been some changes, I'm just going to commit and push changes to the main branch on GitHub. All right. So sync changes. Just gonna wait for that to sync. So basically, what I just did now is the same thing as, I'm gonna sync the changes from GitHub. But what I just did now is the same thing as you doing a git commit and a git push. So I'm just going to do the push from here. So GitHub Desktop enables you to, you know, do some things without using the command line. So I'll just click push origin, because apparently Visual Studio Code wasn't seeing that I'm signed up as the owner of that repository. So the pop-up that showed up here said that I should create a fork because, I don't have permissions, but I have permissions, so I have been able to push it here from GitHub Desktop. Anyways, enough with the talk. Let's go back to here. And then we see, if I refresh, there has been the changes that I pushed to GitHub. So if you look at the package.json, that was the thing that changed 1 minute ago. So now this is Netlify. This is what we just signed up to and created an account for. You see here it says site has not yet been deployed. So now we want to deploy this site, okay? So let us, if you have like different sites, yeah, and you come to site overview, you see the list of all your sites here. So now what I'm going to do is click deploy your site. So now it starts to build. So I'm going to come back when this is done. So the site is done building. And if you scroll down, you see all the deploy summary and the deploy log for your website. Okay. So now the next thing we want to do is to open the website. So just click open production deploy. It will take you to your website. Voila. So this website is now live online. You can send this link to anyone and they will be able to access it from wherever they are. So now you see this name. I mean, this is some abstract name that probably doesn't, align with you. So you can go to site configuration and then scroll down to change site name. And then you can make this maybe Harpy Cloud. Okay, test. So I'm just going to save. So now we've changed the name. I'm just going to copy this. If I come back here and I refresh, you see to say this doesn't exist because we've just changed the name. So I'm just going to put the name that I just created here and enter. So now it takes you here. So it's going to have this happycloudtest.netlify.app. If you're done using this and you want to delete the site, you can scroll down here and then click on delete this site and then you will be good to go. Another thing you can do is also to add your custom domain. So if you don't want it to be .netlify .app, just like if you don't want it to be .netlify.app, you want it to be your custom domain name, like at happycloudsolutions.com, you just come to domain name management and you click on add domain. So not only do they provide a free web hosting for you, they also provide free SSL certificate for you. So if you click on add domain, you would then put the domain that you want. For example, if I say happycloudsolutions.com, and then you click on verify and go through the normal process of verifying your domain, where you have to put a particular record, in your DNS record, and then it kind of like verifies that you are the owner of this domain. So yes, voila, this is basically how to host a website on Netlify for free. To learn more about web hosting, Netlify or Astro.js, reach out to us via the contact us form on our website. The link is provided here, or send us an email at hcstutors@harpycloudsolutions.com. If you have enjoyed this video or benefited from this channel one way or the other, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's continue doing what we're doing. Thank you.